Now is the time on GameScoop when we play video game 20 questions.
Oh boy.
We have a great suggestion this week that comes from Doug in Ohio. Everyone knows how this works. We have
knew how
20
Doug was.
yes or no questions to guess the game that Doug suggested. Let the questioning begin.
Do you have another user-submitted first question, Justin?
I continue to forget to bring him in here, and they were really good questions, so I feel bad. No, I don't. I'll go with the old standby.
Yep.
Does your character wear a hat? Helmets count as hats.
Yes. Wait. No, I'm sorry. I totally got that wrong. It is totally unclear whether your character's wearing a
You
hat.
can't throw us off the server.
Sorry. It is totally unclear whether or not your character's wearing a hat.
Unclear whether your character is wearing a hat.
Maybe your character drives a hat machine. That's what threw him off.
That could be it.
So guys, it's not
Maybe it's
it's not
toys.
Henry Hatsworth.
In that case, do I just say I can't answer that question, or do we count that as a question?
I don't think we count that as a
I should
question.
also point out that last week we had Andrew and Altano on here.
Yeah, but I know what you're gonna say.
Well, they guessed a game when they were wrong,
Yeah.
but then we let the game keep
That's
going.
cheating.
Everyone in the comments was like they lost, and you're right. I just wasn't sure if Andrew was familiar with the
Yeah.
rule, so I let it go on. But you're right. We're back to the normal rules.
And you even said, like, are you sure you want to guess this? And they were positive. What
But
it
I
was.
also wouldn't.
That's
I
really
knew if you were gonna say you're disqualified, the game's over, I was gonna protest. And
You were going to protest. Okay.
yeah, because Andrew didn't know the rule.
Yeah, that's why. I was-
So he's got,
Anyway, it is unclear whether or not.
So that one probably doesn't count then.
We're a
That's-
hat.
there's no answer to this one.
Okay, then we won't.
All right.
we won't
we can
count.
count it. We'll get there.
No. We need those questions, man. We need
Was it
it.
made after 2000, January 1st, 2000?
No,
All right. Was it made after January 1st, 1990?
no.
No, we got this.
80s game.
Except for that Dragon's Lair one. That was
That was a curveball.
or 70s.
Was this game primarily associated with a home console?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
PC
probably
game.
a PC or arcade. Is this an arcade game?
No.
Arcade PC.
PC game. So is it a PC
Game
space
Boy.
shooter?
Handheld. So.
Yeah, it could be Game Boy. That's true.
Unlikely.
Is it a PC game?
Yes.
Okay, it's a PC game.
That makes it easier.
All right, there we go. So we know the platform, a pre-90s PC game.
Does this game have a lot to do with space?
No.
Okay, it does not have a lot to do with space.
Why would you? I'm
Is this an adventure game?
No.
I'm tripped
No,
up by
I mean-
tripped up by not knowing whether your
No.
character wears a hat or not. That's why I thought space game, because that was one of the early examples of a first-person game. First person, like Ultima.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dungeon crawlers and stuff like that. Is this game set in a fantasy universe?
No.
Okay, so it's not.
Did you hear it wasn't an adventure game?
No, I did not hear that.
It's not really an adventure game. He said, that's
I feel
fine.
very
Give me an
weird
example.
about
Let's.
Lucasfilm or LucasArts games. They are all
No.
that type of game.
But is this game played from the first person?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a first-person PC game pre-90, but PC
So-
can be in any platform.
But not a space game or an
fantasy.
adventure game or.
What's that one that was Deadly? What's the one that's ported to NES that
Which one do you think of? Like Bard's Tale or something like that, or
first person? No,
be
well, that
first
is on the
person.
NES.
Could be.
first
Could be.
person.
Could be.
What's the famous one?
I don't know.
Fantasy. Oh, you said
Well,
it
it's not a
was
fantasy game.
That's right.
It's not a fantasy
Wait,
game.
okay.
What about a text adventure? He said it's a text adventure first person.
Well, it would be.
Let me clarify. Is it played from the first person viewpoint? Like visually?
Wait. Yeah. And you already asked that question, right?
Yeah. But
Just ask if it's a text adventure or not.
it's not but it's played from the first person viewpoint, so it can't be a text adventure.
Yeah, it can because it's like
This is very esoteric, but my argument would have been that text adventures will say you do this,
yeah.
you do that. So
Yeah.
does that count as first person? But I meant visually.
It's
graphically.
not an arcade game. That's a huge clue.
I mean, it could be an FPS, 80s FPS, a very early 80s FPS.
There are examples. It could be a light gun. No, it's not a light gun game because it's on PC.
I mean, is Wolfenstein out by then?
No,
89,
Wolfenstein's later than that.
90 maybe?
Yeah, Wolfenstein's after that.
Not
It's
much.
90s.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's the
Not
dumb
even 90
screen-by-screen procedural RPG game?
What are you thinking about?
NetHack?
No. It's just Deadly Tower? Or,
No, Deadly Towers is a terrible, terrible NES game that's sold for like third person.
But there's one like that on PC.
What are you thinking about? I mean,
All right, I'll get to it.
all right.
I'm
What's
sure
the-
That's kind of an adventure game, so it's not that.
I'm tripped up by a first-person game that's not an adventure. Well, we didn't. Is it an RPG?
what-
No.
You said fantasy
I
game.
said fantasy. Yeah.
That's 10.
Are there sports games that are like that?
Probably. from that period. I can think
It's
of
not a
few.
space game or an RPG.
Like a baseball game or something.
Maybe we need to nail down genre, or we should ask some of the. Was it well received questions? We could ask questions about.
Yeah, they're almost always well received. Otherwise, they're not remembered.
We could ask.
I mean,
questions
we know it's not
license.
adventure or RPG or fantasy.
We could
at
ask
this
about
point.
licenses. There weren't a lot.
Oh
of
yeah, are there
licenses, but later-
sequels?
Yes.
There's sequels. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's not Daggerfall. It's not. Okay. Wow. It's not an adventure game. That's going to drive me nuts.
And we said it's a PC game because
That is a
outside of
world
King's
of
Quest, that whole thing, it's hard for
No,
me
we
to.
need to narrow this down a little more.
Do you? Is there combat in this game? You fighting things?
No.
No combat.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
To get a no on, especially. Right?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Okay, so that takes a lot of things out. It's not Zork. It's not, well, that's fantasy anyway. But it's
Do you
not,
think it's like battle chess?
No,
fir-
because Battle Chess isn't first person.
It's a first person.
Sure, it is.
Well, crap.
It could be a god game. Oh,
Battle chess would be such a funny one, but yeah, it could be populous.
Oh, it could be SimCity.
No, 'cause that's not first person.
Huh? Well, again, you're.
Because
We
you're
already
not
had
playing.
some
You're
cities.
not a character in a blimp playing running the city.
Is this a sim
Could be
game?
populous though.
No.
Okay, it's not a sim. Wow. Okay, we are going the wrong way here.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Is this game typically played with a joystick?
No.
Okay.
So keyboard? Is that?
Whoa.
So
It's not a
joystick,
question.
right. Yeah, it's not a question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not one of the games that would, because there are a lot of PC games you played with sticks. Well, we are in the wrong place.
But it's first
here.
person.
Yeah, the first person thing's really tripping me up. No,
Oh.
first person non-combat, but not really an adventure, but maybe kind of an adventure.
Yeah, Oregon Trail's third person, because you see the guy, you see the.
I swear Damon someday is going to trip us up, and it's going to be stick and ball, and it's not a video game at all.
Who's listening?
It can't be a Oregon Trail.
No, it can't be Oregon Trail because Oregon Trail's third person.
I don't get what games you play with keyboards and not joysticks.
There are first person sections in the original Oregon, but I don't think anybody would ever use that.
I mean, I seriously can't think of a game before 1990 that wasn't text adventure that you wouldn't play with a joystick. That doesn't make sense.
There are a lot of keyboard games still from that period. A lot of the RPGs would fit, but it's not an RPG. Okay, so let's see. Puzzle, sports, sim.
We didn't ask about puzzle. We
Yeah.
asked about adventure game.
Right.
Is it a
Puzzles-
puzzle game?
No.
It's not a puzzle game.
Why'd you make that face?
It's not a sim,
There are
so it's
gray
not a
areas,
god
but
game.
No, it's not.
All right.
15. Five questions
I don't
left.
know if I'm worried about this.
Played a lot of games. in
PC
this
is not
period.
my expert area.
It is Jared's though.
Yeah, this is something I know a lot about. I know.
I'm gonna sow the seeds. I'm gonna.
Do you think our questioning is going well so far?
No, I
That's
think
not a
we're
question.
Not really.
terribly narrow here.
I'm gonna go ahead and just set the stage. I'm gonna sow the seeds that I'm gonna lay this defeat at Jared's.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's fair.
There's sequels.
There are sequels to this.
No, that's right. I forgot about that question.
All right.
And it still could be from the 70s. We never.
It could be, but it's very unlikely, especially since there's combat. I mean,
is there
Colossal
anything that we
Cave
talk-
Adventure would fit technically.
They said it's not an adventure game. which
Yeah,
makes
it's not
it
an
really
adventure
tough.
game, so it's not Colossal
Again,
Cave.
it was also played from the first-person perspective. That's what's tripping me up. Like a PC game from the '80s
There
that's
are
not
ones-
a space game or RPG. I'm like, I can't think of any. Like that's it. That's all of them.
There's Faceball. I mean, that comes to mind immediately, which is a first-person shooter.
What's games where you move through mazes and do stupid like
Faceball.
I know
That's the
Faceball's
first
one.
one.
I know that, but not that game.
Hunt the Wampus?
I mean,
would
maybe
be-
Faceball. I don't know.
It's not on the wall.
Let's see, Faceball, Hunt the Wampus.
Could it be battle chess?
No, because again, that's you're looking down. That's third person. You're controlling.
But you're
pieces.
moving the pieces.
Yeah, but the pieces are.
The board
they're-
is in
they
front of
are
you.
The avatar.
The board is in front of you.
I would argue that battle chess is first person. I'm with
Yeah.
Sam on this.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You're not playing as the pieces. You're a chess player.
All right. Is
But
this,
Damon thinks we're not on the right questioning scheme anyway, so.
All right. 5 questions left. Let's start.
does this game include memorable music?
I cannot answer that question.
Okay.
Let's ask it.
And you
was
said
this
it
game,
wasn't in arcades,
Oh,
right?
that's
Yeah, I said it was not an arcade game.
Was this game well received?
There's a lot of great
is, it-
games
is
out
this game beloved?
Yes.
It's a beloved, well-received game. Oh, wait a minute. It could be Ball Blazer, but that appeared on consoles.
A beloved PC game.
Rescue on Fractalus would fit. Ball Blazer. No, Rescue on Fractalus is a space game. Ball Blazer is not
What
a
are the
space game.
stupid games you played in school a lot? Like
That's what I'm
Number
thinking about right
Munchers or
I played
Oregon
Shufflepuck
Trail.
Cantina.
But these are all
Yeah.
third-person games.
Is it Shufflepuck
It's
Cantina?
the first-person thing that's throwing me.
What's one where you like go through mazes, like anything like that?
Kind of hitting.
Is this a maze game?
No.
I didn't think it was.
Three
let's
questions
play with
left.
sticks. PC. Is this ever a packet C64?
Do you think the developer's still in business?
There's sequels. That's
Could it be a
what's
sports
driving me
game?
nuts.
Are there any sports games in first person?
There are a couple,
What?
but I don't think it would be.
But they're not popular, well-received games.
Most of them were not.
'Cause Madden came out then.
Yeah, Madden came out around. You had Madden. You had bowling. There's some bowling games in that period.
Bowling,
some
that's
baseball
really cute,
games.
yeah.
There's a football game that was first person with that.
And we
period.
didn't find out if it was a licensed
No,
game?
we didn't ask about licenses.
Is that important?
At this point,
Is
we
it
are
based
Alright.
on a license?
so near the edge?
No.
Oh man.
2 questions left.
We're not going to get this one.
No.
We're going to try. We're going to rally and try. And we asked if it was a sim, right?
We asked about an adventure game. We asked about a sim. It's not adventure. It's not sim. It's first person. It's not space. It's not fantasy. It's not RPG. Jeez, what in the world?
What are we missing,
is
Sean?
this?
There's no combat. There's no
No
combat.
That's the part that's.
I don't know.
I should know this.
I don't know.
What beloved games are there that are none of these things that have no combat in them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones?
Which ones indeed?
Beloved, no.
That are not fantasy.
All right, if we're not going to get there, we got to bring it home.
All right.
Is the developer still in business?
No.
developer's gone?
Why are all your answers have to be no?
Last question, you have to either guess. I mean, if you don't guess it, then
A defunct developer
Yeah,
that
throw a
made
guess
a
out there.
beloved 80s PC game
It's not
that's
Lemmings.
played with a
You
keyboard.
guys talk for a minute. Buy me some time to think.
That's played with a keyboard that
It's not Arkanoid.
I give up.
Yeah, I keep thinking of adventure games.
We should just ask if it's Battle Chess.
your question has to be a guess.
Is it Battle Chess?
It is not Battle Chess.
What
Okay.
is it, Damon?
In 1985,
Yeah.
developer and publisher Broderbund. Do you know it now?
Lode Runner?
Released the single-player edutainment title.
Yeah.
Where in the world
It's Carmen Sandiego.
is Carmen Sandiego?
That was that early?
1985.
I would have never guessed that. I think that was a 90s game.
No,
You know
it
what
was
we should've-
85
Released in
and
the
I
90s.
played it.
That's crazy. I didn't think
played
that was
the
possible.
crap out of this in the 80s.
First of all,
Oh,
I'd call that
he's-
an adventure game.
Yeah.
You think it is an adventure game?
I also
That's
might-
why I asked you to clarify. You said LucasArts
It's
style
played-
game, and
that's-
it's
yeah,
not
that's
a LucasArts style.
It's played
I-
with a keyboard.
did we
Well, I
ask-
guess you blamed it on me, but
Like you do travel the world.
Did
but
we
it's
ask?
not-
Did we ask puzzle game?
Yes, it was a puzzle game. Yeah, and I said no, it's not really a puzzle game.
No, it's
First person?
It's not a puzzle game.
It is first person.
It is played from the first person.
How is it not a
technically.
puzzle game?
It's not a puzzle game. It's
Well, you
about.
gotta
It's a
include-
detective game. It's more.
Yeah,
it's
it's
closer
like
to an
detective
adventure
game.
game. No,
I think we're all picking apart the rules, trying to
we
make
were
Damon the front man. It was our-
and truly beaten here.
yeah, that was a.
I was thinking Oregon
perfect
Trail.
like
you mentioned
question.
Yeah, like
school.
next to Oregon Trail, what's what's an more
Yeah,
famous
Oregon
piece
Trail
of
for
the
Launchers.
80s?
You were so
Sam
close.
Sam was right there with
Yeah.
what games did we play in school?
But yes, it was available by
That
Broderbund
was the
for the
only
Apple
option.
II in 1985. I played it then because we had Apple IIs in my school.
If we
even
would have
then.
asked educational title,
Yeah.
Maybe, but I still think of
That's
it.
why I thought,
My
like-
90s experience was like Carmen Sandiego. Like
Yeah.
that's what I remember it
Yeah.
from. I remember it from the show and all that stuff. That's all. in the
It's an
90s.
old
can we have
property.
Rockapella
That's so
play
crazy
us
it
out
was out
on the
that
show?
early.
Yeah.
But then I think back, and I do remember it for like a black and white Apple Plus. Mac Plus.
It had It had color graphics. It had 6-color Mac graph or 6-color.
Because I
Apple
only remember it
graphics.
black and white, and that's really.
I did not remember if it had memorable music.
It did not have memorable.
The show did.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Oh, yeah.
not true. It had bum, 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 like when you get close. Yeah.
I remember that.
Great choice.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
really good.
perfect choice, and I need to turn in my 20
Comes
questions
from
card.
Doug in Ohio.
I failed
Awesome
this,
work,
guys.
Doug.
Thanks
that
for
was
nothing,
really
Doug.
good.
Yeah, it's really good. Before we go this week, what are we going to be playing this weekend?
I'm going to be chewing the bitter pills of disappointment after this.
You want to play some Carmen Sandiego to get your spirits back up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have
Jared's going to be playing Ghosts and Goblins.
I probably will be playing Ghosts and Goblins.
We're going to try to beat it this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
By we, I mean he's going to be sitting at my desk. I'm not actually going
Let's
to be
see if I can break through that stage 4 barrier I'm currently caught at.
we, heaven help me, I started playing World of Warcraft again.
Yeah, that's what you said. Wow.
I'm level 61. It's going very well. My character's name is Book because I've been squatting
cute.
on that name for literally like 8 years. I've just had the character
Wow,
sitting
that's
there.
awesome.
And so then I deleted it and in a few terrifying minutes remade that character to start over
And
fresh
got
at
it
level
right.
1.
Yeah.
I'm leveling Shadow Priest.
I'm playing through Kentucky Route Zero with my wife. I've played it through before on my own, but she's never played it, so we're playing together.
You're not
That's
waiting
really
for the
cute.
final episode?
No, I tend to take episodic games as they come, and so I'm really excited because it's a game I love, but it's a great game to watch someone else play because they'll go different ways and do different things than you did, and
Yeah.
you can kind of be there helping out, and that is a delightful.
I've never
video
played
game.
that game.
It's a fun adventure game, a storytelling
Wonderful.
game. It will
beautiful.
run on the crappiest PC you can imagine, and it's just there's not many excuses for not giving this one a try. It's cheap, it's good, it's utterly unique. There's nothing quite like it.
Is it Carmen Sandiego?
Man, I'm mad about that.
I'm going to be playing Pokemon Go. Haters gonna hate. My wife and I are having a great time playing Pokemon Go. We go out on the weekends.
great.
We go to other places, see new things. It's really fun. I only have a few more Pokemon to catch. That's my
Oh,
weekend gaming.
man.
I also,
Sorry, Damon.
You don't have to apologize.
I broke down and picked up a copy of Forza Horizon 3. I don't know why I said broke down. I said broke down because I play one racing game every 4 or 5 years to
This
get
is
my
the one.
fill of the whole genre, and I decided Forza. The 9.5 on IGN convinced me. And it
Supposed to
is-
be really good.
We have to play Sorcery 4 too.
Oh, and I have Sorcery 4 in my backlog. Forza is excellent so far as someone that doesn't play as a racing game, whatever you would call me, novice.
Not an
newbie.
aficionado. The
Not an
opposite of an aficionado.
Yeah.
Hater.
It's got here's underrated feature. It's got a rewind button. And so, like, it makes me feel like a race. I win every race in first place, but I just edit out the parts where, like, I crashed into the wall, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. That never happened. That never happened. Instead, I
Do
took
you
that
run out
corner.
of rewind meter?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't yet. I don't think so. I think I don't speak for the developers, but my hunch is like,
Prince of
hey,
Persia over here.
if you're playing this game single player, why not just let people?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, just rewind.
I've been playing more Darkest Dungeon because it's out on PlayStation 4 and Vita
nice.
now, and it's really, really good.
Yeah. I never
I'll give it
finished
a
that
whirl.
game. I should go back to it.
I hadn't played it in like a year, and they've updated it and improved it,
Yeah.
done some balance tweaks.
Beat
It's
the,
really, really
I gotta go back and beat the Darkest Dungeon. It's the final dungeon. It's not just the.
My manor is called Darkest Damon.
Man, I'm going to go boot up Apple M and play some Carmen Sandiego now as penance.
You can squat on that name for 8 years.
Which one?
Still have it. Darkest Damon.
Yeah, should probably do that. All right, that's all the scoops we have for you this week. Remember, if you want to come and hang out with us, you can on October 15th at our 20th anniversary house party here in San Francisco. Go to 20yearsofgaming.eventbrite.com. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Sam.
Thank
My
you.
name is Damon. This is IGN Game Scoop. We're out.